Seriously, there's an amazing videotape that says it all to me. It's from 1989, and it's of Nicolae Ceaușescu, who was, of course, along with his lovely wife Elena, the dictator of...
This is an incredible story. Listen what Tucker's about to say. And then, yeah, this Ceaușescu example, we're watching it all day, every day now. Watch this.
The dictator of Romania when it was a Soviet satellite state. And in 1989, there was, in effect, a coup, an uprising, and he was swiftly tried by a group of officers in a makeshift courtroom and led out to behind the building and executed with his wife in the snow, wearing overcoats. And the whole thing was videotaped. And you can watch it, not the shooting part, but everything up to that was videotaped. And so there's Ceaușescu standing there, and he's run this country for 40 years as a god, okay? Really, as like on the North Korean model almost, like they worshipped him. And in a flash, he realizes he's about to be executed. So as he's being led out in chains by the guard who's literally about to shoot him, he turns and starts barking orders at the guard. And I'm thinking to myself, really? Lacking some perspective, I would say. You have about 45 seconds left to breathe, and you're yelling orders at the guy who's about to execute you? Why are you doing that? Because that's what they always do when they feel they're losing control. Always. So what we're really seeing is the effect of the internet. Talk to a young person, you may be one of them, probably are, who is not with the program, doesn't need to be a right-winger or whatever, but not with the program. You know what the program is, what we're all required to believe, all the lies that we're required by law to tell all day long. So let's say you don't believe that, and you're 22 and you're in a college. You have decided that you're thinking for yourself. That is a radical act in the current moment, okay? And you're getting all of your information from like-minded people on the internet. And it really is like a religious awakening. Talk to some of these kids. I know you know what I'm talking about. If you've just been in college, like you're reading stuff, you're like, wait, everything they're telling me is a total lie. Because it is. That is happening across this country. I meet these kids. My children are some of them. And I don't mean anything creepy, hateful, anything like that. But once you start to realize the amount of dishonesty out there, like it's over. They can't control you again. They can't control your brain, which is exactly what they're trying to do. We can control people's behavior. Societies are allowed to do that. You can't sleep in a crosswalk. Not allowed. But we've never tried to control people's minds because that's the definition of totalitarianism. That's now what we're trying to do. Why are we trying to do that? Because the people in charge realize that the free exchange of information online makes it actually impossible for them to control what people think. So I spend my whole life complaining about the propaganda on these dumb TV networks we compete with, and Crush, by the way. But the truth is, it doesn't matter. None of that matters. It doesn't matter what Stephanie Rule says in the morning or whatever the Don Lemon guy or whatever on CNN. I'm pronouncing it that way. I know it's not correct, but it makes me laugh, so that's what I'm calling.
Still think Tucker's not a bear, guys? He gets it. Don Lemon, that's fucking hysterical. Don Lemon. It's so simple and so perfect. And what he's saying is so true. And there's people in the chat all day while I'm streaming just being like, you're crazy, you're schizophrenic. Because they're terrified that they're losing control of the narrative because they are. And people are waking up to the truth every day. And Tucker will tell you, he's mainstream approved. That's why they keep putting him on forced vacations. Because he's like, it's a lie. He doesn't address the moon, which I like that he's doing what he's doing. I like that he's keeping it mainstream. But he's telling you straight up, like, these are the lies we're forced to tell you every day. All right.
Don Lemon. It doesn't matter because nobody younger than me, well into middle age, is ever going to see it.
And by the way, that's so true. So this is another despair crusher. When you watch Don Lemon and all these people and you're like, how do they believe this? Blah, blah. They don't. Do you know how many people are rising? They see the lies of feminism. They see the lies of all this stuff. They realize that Israel isn't our only lie in the world. It's like, it's obvious to people. And the reason they're trying to clamp down on people like me and people like Vox and people like Tucker Carlson is because they know we're right. And they know people are awakening to it, and they can't battle the idea. They can't debate. When people say, oh, well, just debate, blah, 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 just debate. They won't speak my name. They'll just pick my bones. But those are not real bones. I don't care. Like, I do care. I'm not going to say that. I'll just let them keep going.
Because young people don't watch that stuff because it's too dumb. They read the internet where you can say whatever you want. So it wouldn't even occur to them to believe Don Lemon, or me for that matter, I'm being honest, because they have another source. And the people in charge of deciding what the rest of us believe know this. And it scares the heck out of them. And in response, like Nicolae Ceaușescu, they're freaking out and barking orders at the guards. But it's totally pointless because it's over. Their hegemony over our brains is done. Thank God. Ha! Thank you for having me.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tucker Carlson, thank you for coming tonight. Enjoy your evening. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Just like standing O, everybody's like, yep, that guy gets it. Tucker Carlson red-pilled me on globalism, economics. Same with Vox, obviously. But Tucker was talking about how we need strong American families, that we need tariffs, that globalism is only global free trade is only helping the elite at the top. I disagree with him at first. I was a little Austrian economist vibe when I first heard him say that, and I thought he was wrong. Those are the type of people I grow to have profound respect for, the people that I originally think are wrong, but there's something about what they're saying that intrigues me with how it actually lines up logically. And so, Tucker is legit. I would love to see a Tucker Carlson president if you ever wanted to do that. Hopefully that helps your morale a little bit. To let you know that not only are you not alone, like an authorized, that's the biggest media figure in the country. That's the biggest newsman in the country, Tucker Carlson. Not even close. There isn't even a close second. And it's like the reason, like people see that the clampdowns on the internet and on college campuses and on all this stuff is always this bad thing, that it means they're gaining in power. They're losing power. You know, it's like if the husband that doesn't let his wife leave the house. That's not a guy who's very confident in the marriage. You know? That's gorgeous. I feel ahead of the curve. I'm not quite buying into Tucker. Something off there. Yeah, nor should you. He's mainstream media, so always have one foot out the door. That being said, it doesn't get better than Tucker in mainstream media, and he's speaking truth. Just if you're like, oh, that makes sense, that's a great message, I'm glad people hear that. He's a brave man, he's a strong man, I will support him, yes. And if he steps out of line, stop. You know, what Tucker just said is true, and it's awesome that he said it. Tucker and Alex Jones are close, man. They're close friends. So, Vox Day works with Alex Jones. I don't care. It's like, just think in terms of culture war. War! You know? If someone's like, oh, look, we have all this artillery. It's like, yeah, but did Becky tell Tina that she was fat? It's like, what?